I screwed up. I realized this yesterday when I got a message from a friend. The message said, "Hey, I've seen your videos online, but I've gotten a couple of questions from people about why you're posting them in the Professional Associations channel." Wait, what? I've been creating new videos and I've been posting them to social media. That was on purpose. I've also had a problem where I thought that the videos were not getting posted to LinkedIn. It turns out that the tool I was using was posting them, but not to my page. It was posting them to the Professional Associations feed. Totally not what I intended. Now, here's what's interesting. If we were co-located and we were seeing each other all the time, it would have been simple for somebody to poke their head into my office and say, "Hey, Tom, what's up with this? It doesn't make sense." But we live in a distributed world, a place where we don't see each other face to face on a regular basis. And my friend, my colleague, my co-volunteer said to me when I saw him in person last night, "Hey, Tom, I wasn't sure about how you might take it if I gave you some pushback on that thing you did." Holy cow. I was very open to getting that feedback because it helped me solve the problem I've been working with my software vendor. The problem is when we're not seeing each other on a regular basis, we don't know what is going on with the other person. And we're not comfortable being able to go to them and say, "Hey, this thing happened." So what had happened? Well, my peers had experienced something that was different from what they had expected. And anytime we experience something different from what we expect, that causes us to feel some stress or angst or concern or worry or frustration or anger. And in this situation, it could have been cleared up in a matter of seconds, but because we don't see each other, because we're all virtual, because we're in this sort of text and email world, it added that level of resistance. Now, my point is not to make any commentary at all about my friends and colleagues in the association. My point is this happens to all of us. As we're working in a remote world, it's harder and harder for us to have those uncomfortable conversations. So if you're part of a team with remote team members and something happens that was different from what you expected, take a moment and reach out. Because the normal way that we would operate is we would see each other and we'd have a very low stress, low friction engagement to kind of read what's going on with the other person. It's worth it to push through those situations. And I want to encourage you, it's so hard when we're talking about remote work to make sure that we've got great relationships with people. And I want to encourage you to be bold about reaching out to people in a friendly way to see what happened. In this situation, it actually helped me. I'm glad to know what happened so that I was able to get it fixed. And you might find that's the case too. One final point that I'll make. I was talking this week with one of my kids about a stressful situation that he was in, and he was uncomfortable having a conversation with a friend. And I said, often we make out these uncomfortable situations to be much bigger than they turn out to be in real life. Frequently, once we've had that conversation we've been so fearful about, it turns out it wasn't nearly as bad as we thought it might be. So just some thoughts about how to work with remote teams. Hope it helps.